got one of the bigger tuk-tuks so you can see more. It's called a remorque. So it doesn't really have walls. It's more like a little carriage that's getting pulled by a motorcycle. Yeah, if you're watching this later, I just posted a video about the 3 ways to get started teaching here. There's a link below to the TESOL course I took. Go check it out. Remember to mention Top Trips Out. It's open mic tonight at a place called Lola Bar, and it starts at about 8:30, or they kind of stall a bit between 8:30 and 9. And but there's a bar very close to there called The Deck. I've done videos there before where I had food or a burger. I was waiting for a burger one time, and the beers at The Deck are only $1. So I'm going to go there first and have a one beer there, and then it's just around the corner is Lola. And the beers there are a little more expensive, but you can choose any type of beer, even the nicer brands. So that's my plan. I ordered one of the bigger tuk-tuks. It's called a remorque. So you can see more. There's no like walls. It's more like a carriage being drawn by a motorcycle. Gotta watch out for phone snatchings. I got this cage here though. And yeah, if you like my stuff, if you're interested, I started uploading to my members page. I have a members section on YouTube, and I'm going live for members every single day. So there's a new video every day, and sometimes even twice a day. If I'm doing something cool, I take my phone out again. And so when I go to Lola tonight, I'm going to do another live stream of like the inside of that music bar and music venue, and maybe us jamming and playing and stuff. But it'll be a stream just for members, and then it posts afterwards. So when I keep doing that every day, every time I'm finished, it posts. So the members section is just collecting videos now. I don't know how many are. I've been doing it for about a week now, so there's probably at least 7 or 8 new videos on the members section. There's another one tonight. When I go into Lola, I'm going to do another one. Hey Mary. Mary's a member. Mary's the only member I have so far. But there was a time when I had like 7 or 8 members, so I just need to get everybody back again. Mary's saying they're good videos on the members page. They're a little shaky because it's live and I'm holding my phone, but I'm gonna buy one of those things that holds your phone steady, the gimbal. So pretty soon it'll be super smooth, even when I go live on my phone. That's a good seafood restaurant there. Oyster House. The alphabet here looks like alien writing or something. feel like supporting the channel, but you don't want to like sign up to anything and you don't want to become a member, if you want to help me, you can donate through this chat. You can do super thanks and or super chat, whatever it's called. And any amount, and maybe if you have a request or a special question, and send a small amount, and I really appreciate it. So Mary's asking, how far away is the deck from my apartment? I forget exactly. I could say about 2 kilometers. Probably like 1.7 kilometers, so probably just over a mile. If you're American. This type of tuk-tuk is more expensive than the tiny ones I usually take. And it was only $1.75 to go from my place to the deck. I think it would have been more like $1.30 if I took a smaller one. I always just like automatically chose the smaller one. I never thought about it, but these are so much bigger, especially because I'm tall. And the seat is more like a cushion instead of a hard thing, so it's like you're sitting on a couch. It's these are way better, and the difference is like 40 cents. So when I feel like it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's get an upgraded one. It's still cheap. I feel like the engine's more powerful too. Like it's almost safer if he's stuck out in an intersection. He can gun it a lot more than the little tuk-tuks are like a sewing machine engine. He goes to step on it and nothing happens, and you're left out in the open in the intersection. Like, this one's like, you can hear like a Harley engine in the front or whatever it is. You can see more too. I've said that already, but you're not so enclosed. Phone snatching central right here. They'll have to pry it out of my hands, my dead hands. Yeah, and then especially when you have more people, like sometimes you're with you and 2 friends or something, you're like, hey, you turn to one of us like, hey, call a tuk-tuk. And just from habit, you call the smallest one and we all squish in there. And like, I just feel like, oh, come on, like if there's a bunch of you, get the bigger one. Like it's so much nicer. There's the bench seat here, like facing, you could fit like 4 people in here. Probably even more if it was like tiny girls. You could fit 3 across both things here. If you squish everyone in, you could get 6 in here. When I moved apartments, I used one of these. I just filled like 2 big suitcases, and then I had like 2 chairs like stacked on each other, and then myself, and I'm just in here holding on to everything, and then it's not that far, like, and then you. Sometimes you can do more than one trip, like do that idea, but do it twice or whatever. We're going down the alleys. Yeah, these are the type of videos that'll be on the members page. I don't just sit in front of a blank wall at home and turn it on. It's like I go somewhere cool, and then, or it'll be when I'm doing a normal public video and something good's about to happen, I'll stop and say this next part's only members, and then continue after. Okay, we're here. There it is. Okay, yeah. Akun. Oh. There's a dog. We got here really fast. Usually there's way more traffic. They're really dead. Holy shit. Hey.
How are you?
Good, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, can I get a Cambodia draft? Mary says, watchers, hit that like button. Yeah, doing things like that helps the algorithm. Thank you. So if you have questions about teaching or living in Cambodia or Vietnam, now's your chance. And if you're watching this later on and it's not live, just leave comments or find me on Instagram and ask me. Weed versus zombies. Bros, I just farted and some juice leaked out. Now I'm just sitting in wet boxers chilling. Swampy. Swamp gas. You're gonna get BSTL. Did I pass your vibe check? Did you just want me to read that out loud? There's a dog in here. I think people are looking at me like, who are you talking to? Oh, I'm tempted to get food, but I think I'm just gonna wait till the whole night's over and I go back to my neighborhood, and in Basak Lane I know where all the stuff I could get cheap, and I don't know. The difference is only like $2. Like I could get away with $4 there instead of like $6 or $7 here, but it's only $2 difference. So if I get hungry enough, I might just buy something here. I think at Lola, what they do is like there's like a neighboring restaurant that leaves their menu inside of Lola, and then you can order, and they like text them. But they're in cahoots with a restaurant down the street, and they just sort of run the food over. It's like express takeout, but they just run across the street and bring it into Lola. It's good to partner up if you're starting a bar out and you're on day one and you don't have a kitchen yet, and maybe you're building stuff up and your customers are asking like, you guys have food here? Can we get fries here or whatever? And you don't really have a kitchen up and running yet. You're not really don't have a kitchen at all or whatever. You just one of your neighboring partners on your street, just link up with them and then take some of their. Then you work together. Show you this place. So you're not just looking at my face the whole time. I wonder what this guy has out on the street here. maybe after this beer, I'll go buy some food off that guy on that street there, but it'll be only for members. So if you want to become a member and see videos like that every day, where I'm somewhere cool and I'll just flip on a live stream like this, but you'll get a new one every single day. Go to my homepage and click on join and you can become a member. So I might go eat whatever he's got. I'm thinking it might be like a sandwich. Like braised pork on a baguette bread. So you guys have any questions? Topics or something you want me to talk about? I'm in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. I'm a Canadian. I've lived here for 2.5 years. I teach grade 8 English. I'm a bass player and a songwriter and a YouTuber. No? Did you hear about the new PP Pub Street? No. PP means Phnom Penh, for anyone that doesn't know. So Lucky's asking, did you hear about the new Phnom Penh Pub Street? No, where? So if anyone watching that doesn't know, Pub Street is like a famous street with a lot of like clubs, bars, and pubs on it, but it's in Siem Reap, which is another city in Cambodia. I'm in Phnom Penh, which is like the big city, the big capital. But in Phnom Penh, where I am, that's not Pub Street. Pub Street's in Siem Reap. So Lucky is saying now Phnom Penh is going to have their own version of Pub Street. They're building one to be completed by New Year's, he's saying. I wonder where it'll be. That's awesome. That's great news for musicians like me to get work playing. Even if it's not big rock bands, there'll be like singers or cocktail singers, and I'm experienced enough I can play any style. So like even some like female jazz singer, I could be the bass. Like for more clubs and bars means live music, so that's good. There's a chance at the end of May I might have a solo show, which I don't do very often. My singer-songwriter solo acoustic stuff. It's not for sure yet, but I might have one. Then I can film that. I'm usually playing bass in bands. This would be me with acoustic guitar and singing and the songs I wrote myself and stuff like that. Which I might do some members videos of that too. If it's ever rain season's coming, so it might be like I never got a chance to get out and then it's pouring rain. Then maybe I could set up a cool area in my apartment and then lay down like 2 or 3 of my solo songs for you guys, for members. So you get the inside scoop, behind the scenes stuff. The other thing I thought of for members is I make all the background music in my videos. All those beats you hear and stuff, I make all those in an audio program called Logic, and I put beats together and cut them and layer them and mix it and add effects and all kinds of stuff. I was going to make a video on my process on how I make all the audio for my YouTube stuff. That could be for members because it's kind of, that's like nerdy. It's not nothing to do with moving here. But cool, that's good to know, Lucky. Thanks for chiming in. If anyone else wants to say anything. If not, I might end it soon. Oh, there's 7 people now. So if you're just joining us, say something because we're running out of things to talk about. I wouldn't mind going another like 10 minutes. this video is going to get flagged now because of the radio music. That's okay. Lucky says, how you holding up in the heat? Yeah, if you don't know what he's talking about, there's an insane heat wave right now in Cambodia. There was an article in the Khmer Times saying it's like the hottest temperatures recorded in 170 years, it said in the news article. It's like 44 degrees every day the last 2 weeks or so. And I was looking in the weather app trying to go ahead, trying to see when is there rain coming, and it was showing like next week possibly there's some days have a chance of rain on like Wednesday and Thursday, I think. But that's the first sign of it coming, but then pretty soon it'll be rain every single day. But even when it's every day, it's not raining all day long like misery and all that. It's like normal sunny day, and then in Phnom Penh it's around it'll start raining at about 4 p.m. So it's like you had the whole day of normal, and around, it shifts, give or take an hour or so, but around 4 o'clock, 4:30, sometimes 5 or whatever, it'll start raining super, super hard for like 2 hours or 2 or 3 hours, and then it just stops. So by like 7:30, 8 p.m., it's over. But it's just every single day it rains very hard for like 2 hours or so, and it can be so much at once that some neighborhoods get flooded, and you're like walking through water up halfway up your legs. Like, yeah, we need rain. I don't love it when it's every single day. Like when it's getting to the end of rain season, I have that feeling like, oh, when is this? I'm sick of it now. But now we're like, give us some rain. How hard is it to get music gigs with bands? It's a good question, Mary. It's actually very easy to get gigs with bands. It's like the bar to entry is so low here. Many of the people playing in bands that are getting regular gigs are, if they were in Toronto, where I'm from, you would not even be able to get a gig. A band wouldn't even accept you in their band, if they were like the level that a lot of these people are at here. In Toronto, I rarely played in cover bands in Toronto because it's like the level is really high. Like if you wanted to play like the Hard Rock Cafe in Toronto, and you walk in like, yeah, I kind of play on the weekend, and you goof around, you would just be out. You're out. Like these are serious guys. And so I feel like I'm just on the edge of being almost like I could. A lot of the people I played in bands with were those kind of guys, but I was like not. I was almost quite there. But like here, it's like you walk up and yeah, you got some songs. Okay, come on, like go ahead. Which is great. I know that sounded negative, but it's really great how easy it is to get gigs, and it's and then as a musician, it's very easy to get experience and stage time and stuff. Bobby Sroley, where the weed at? Cause there's lots of places like here. People put it on pizza here, and it's called Happy Pizza. And I made a whole video about Happy Pizza. But it's in my members section, so you have to sign up and become a member to see that. They also sell in bars, like they fill up a balloon with laughing gas and they sell you that. I made a video about that too, but those are all in my members section. So pizza places is a place where you can find that stuff, and after you meet people here, you figure it out. I don't want to talk about that subject. What are tripping out on, Tom? What am I tripping out on? Here. My name's Tom. This is my trip out. 44 degrees Celsius. Yeah. It's like, well, it's cooler now. It's nighttime, but it's like, it'll get to like 39-ish or 40 before the humidity. So then when you add the humidity on, there you go. What's up, Tom? You living life out there in PP? Yeah. Living it, bro. I'm just playing gigs, and I teach English part-time, but I only work about 3 hours a week, and I just have total freedom. Yeah. Do you think in the last 10 years or so, drugs have become completely ridiculous and different to the early 2000s? In your opinion? Do you mean like pot getting stronger? Dave, away. I was thinking about rolling out to Southeast Asia again. I never stayed long-term in Cambodia. Do it. Visas are easy, especially if you're talking 30 days or less. Easy. Just come on. I can plug you into the social pipeline. What were you asking? Oh yeah, Adam. Well, that's such a broad question and generalizing, but I'm from Canada too, where it's completely legal cannabis, and the strengths are way stronger. Like if you want to go in that direction, you can find that, and it's like medical almost, the level of it. And as you're saying, you said 10 years ago, maybe more like 40 years ago, like go back to or 50 years ago, like 70s. It wasn't that strong back then, right? But what am I? I'm not, this channel's not about, it's not a drug channel, so it's not what I'm here to talk about. Looks like it's getting better infrastructure-wise. Yeah, it's constantly, one bad thing is there's like often construction going on everywhere. Like anywhere, if it's not right near you, if it's not like right beside you, it's not that far from you, it's down the road. Like, which is a good sign, but then you're always, you just tune it out. I notice when I'm making videos and I'm walking and talking, later I'm editing it, and like halfway through something I'm talking about, I walked by a construction site and it was like, when you hear drilling and all that stuff. And I realized that in the moment when I was walking on the street, I didn't even realize like, whoa, I should do this somewhere else, it's too loud. Like I don't even notice it anymore till later that day I'm editing it and I'm like, oh, listen to all that noise. Like you just end up like getting used to it, or motorcycles ripping by and stuff like. Yeah, it is definitely building up. It's strange sometimes when they build a brand new area and then right beside it where that ends, it's back to like very, very local and very old looking and broken down looking. So it's like the worst right beside the newest and freshest. Adam, blah, blah, blah. Lucky, makes you have amnesia. Yeah, the strength of the stuff now. Dave, what visa are you on, bro? Work teacher visa? Yeah, there's no such thing as a teacher visa. It's called a business EB for banana, EB visa, and that's if you're working. And I think when you apply for that, you can get a 3, 6, or 12 month, and it's just natural that you would get a 12 month, obviously, right? And then so you just keep doing that, and you do it every year. And normally, the school you work at will help pay for it, or at least a big portion of it. Maybe not the whole thing. Yeah, Dave says EB visa might be interesting. I have to look into that. Yeah. So the way it works is when you first enter the country, you get an E visa, and it's like a capital E. And you can imagine it like, this will make it easy to understand when I go further on and talk about it. Imagine E visa, and there's a space beside the E that's empty. It's missing a letter there. So it's E and then a blank. E visa, and it's called ordinary visa, and it's just for 30 days. And the important reason why you need to get one of those is because that one is you're able to apply for an extension type and extend it longer. If you just come on a tourist visa, you cannot extend that one within the country. So it's important, if you want to stay long term, do not get a tourist one, get an E blank visa, and then once you have a job and all that, then before that E blank visa like expires, you have to apply for an extension type, and the extensions are all E and then another letter, so like EB, ES, or ER, or E, and it's like student visa, retirement visa, whatever, whatever, whatever. There's like 5 or 6 of them. And EB is the business one for when you're working. So you give a letter of employment, you give like your work permit, which you also have to get, like you can do that almost at the same time. So work permit, visa, and then you have to show like your apartment lease, like you show them that too, I think, and then you pay the money, and then you leave your passport with them, and they get it done, and then they call you when it's ready, and you pick it up, and there's the stamp is in there and everything. Dave away. I lived in Da Nang a few years ago. Great place, but their visa rules were stupid. It's great to stay 90 days and roll out to another country. Yeah, that's why to get a working visa in Vietnam, you have to have a work permit for Vietnam, and to get a work permit, you have to have a degree, and I don't have a degree, so I can't start the chain reaction to like be there long term. I've always wanted to go to Da Nang though. That was like one I had my eye on big time, because if you're right on the ocean there, there's lots of things, sights to see. I could make a lot of great videos there. In July or August, I want to go to Hanoi, and I want to start looking into like, can I do Hanoi and then hop to Da Nang and then come back, like fit in Da Nang in there in that trip. Adam. Adam, if you didn't realize, your channel name is Tom Trips Out. So you can probably imagine how one would read that. Oh, I see, yeah. Well, that's the joke, right? It's a play on words, Tom Trips Out. My name's Tom, this is my trip out. That's what I always say. Considering you were talking substances when I came in, you should understand why I asked. Oh yeah, man, I didn't mean to snap at you. No, come on. You're getting you're getting defensive. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean anything by it. It's just I started to get intense about that because I have students and maybe their parents watching, and schools and people I work with, or people that might hire me later. Like, it's a small world, you know what I mean? So I don't want to, when people are tuning in to watch me, I don't want it to be talking about drugs all the time. But I didn't mean that to be against you. I totally understand. We were already on that topic. I get it. But that's just the reason. I'm worried about all the other people that watch this stuff and the rest of the audience, right? And I don't want to dwell on those types of subject. I should have explained myself in a less angry way. Dave, Da Nang, bro, do it. It's a great place. Lots more restaurants and things to do now. Yeah, no, it's good. It's all good, Adam. I'm happy to have you here watching. Yeah, subscribe. I do these lives, the public lives. I don't do every single day, but it's like 3 times a week, maybe, or it's more like when I have time or when I feel like it. But if you become a member, I do them every single day, and then I'm posting videos. At least once a week, and then if I'm doing something cool and I get a few things shot, like sometimes it can be 2 or 3 in a week, but it's usually at least once a week I'm posting a real video too, and then shorts sometimes too. So like, it's worth subscribing. I'm supplying the content like crazy. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, you could send a super thanks in the chat. It would really help support me. I'm trying to save up for that trip in July or August to go to Hanoi. I'm gonna go anyway, but anything we can fundraise would help go towards it, because I have to fly there. You can't just take a bus. Hanoi is too far away. And then also maybe hop from there to Da Nang and back. So like, between now and July and August, I need to try to gain support from you guys. I'm gonna go anyway, but it would really help if I could have some help. Dave, how's the food scene where you're at? I watched a few of your food vids. Looked like a Westerner could survive. Yeah, even if you don't like Asian food, you could totally survive here because, well, one, you could just cook your own food, but two, you can go to even in the street market, there's people selling just chicken legs that have been barbecued, or they've been fried, or there's like 3 different types of preparation. So you could, and you buy a rice cooker for yourself, let's say, or maybe boil some potatoes at home. Like anybody can do that, right? Then you just walk down your street and grab a couple chicken legs, right? Grab a thing of lettuce and you have a salad. Like it's easy to whip together something, even if you're picky. But then all the delivery apps, there's like 5 food delivery apps. I have a video about that. You can order anything, except there's no McDonald's here. In Vietnam, there is McDonald's, but not in Cambodia. In-country flights are super cheap, bro. Vietnam, yeah. Well, to Hanoi, it's still like return. I'm guessing that's going to be like 300 or 350, probably. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's like 175 each way. Like, I've done it before and it was that much. I guess it can depend what time of year and what airline and all that, but. And then while I'm there, I have to stay somewhere, and then food, and then when I go do things. Like I'm not just laying low. I might have to go to a zoo and make a video, and then I pay admission, and then you have to pay to do things, right? So I'm saving up. Yeah, flights are cheap. Like I think to Bangkok, you can get flights for like between $50 and $100, like something like that. Dave, have you had food poisoning yet? Yes, definitely. I've been here for 2.5 years, and I'd say maybe 3 times I've had food poisoning. That's not that bad. Like even in Canada, you get it sometimes. Like everyone has a story in their life. But when you first move here, everyone gets it at least one time, and it doesn't mean you were poisoned or that something was dirty. It's your own gut, like getting used to it. Sometimes, even if the food was completely clean and great and everything, you're just not used to the bacteria like in this side of the world. So your gut goes, whoa, what the hell? And then that happens to everybody, usually within the first month, that happens to you. Then I've had food poisoning maybe like 2 other times after that. And one time that I had food poisoning, like the most recent thing I had eaten was Papa John's pizza, which is like a Western food. Like you'd think it would be the street guy or something. So I order the American food and get food poisoning. It was on a crazy deal. So I think what it was is at Papa John's, they had a thing of toppings. Their bank of toppings that they reach into was probably getting very old, so they had like a flash sale. And they're getting rid of all the old shit maybe, or something like that, because I was violently sick after that. Why are you going to Vietnam? Vacation or business opportunities? Well, in Hanoi, I have friends there, and it's an amazing music scene. Plus, the TESOL school that I helped promote for. So I took an in-the-country TESOL course, AVSE. There's a link in the description. You can read about it yourself. I don't want to talk about it too much because people complain. But it's an in-the-country TESOL course where you get certified to be a teacher. It's government accredited. They line you up with a job after, so it's very great. And they operate in Phnom Penh. They also do Ho Chi Minh, which is like their headquarters, which is in Vietnam. And now they're also going to start doing Hanoi. So I almost represent this, but like I really talk about it and try to recommend and refer people to it because they give me a commission when I can refer people to follow in my footsteps and do this course. And I figure I'm leaving out like 2 of the cities they operate in if I don't talk about Ho Chi Minh and I don't talk about Hanoi too. So my life is going to be basically teaching English part-time, doing videos in Phnom Penh as like my home base, and then I'll keep visiting Ho Chi Minh and keep visiting Hanoi, making videos in those places so you can see what life is like in all 3 cities. And then hopefully I can help bring in referrals for all three places, you know what I mean, instead of only focusing on Phnom Penh. So that's partly why too. And I went there like a year ago, and I already have a few friends there, and they introduced me to like their friends. So I have a whole, and they're all like the band musician guys. So like, there's a big music scene waiting for me with open arms too, and it's like a great place. I love Hanoi. I tried to say all that really fast because people hate when I talk about that stuff. Dave, I've had food poisoning in Thailand a few times, once in Vietnam. I always keep a pack of antibiotics on hand. Men always hope the pain goes away, then 3 a.m. you're really in trouble. Yeah, the first time I had food poisoning, I tried to just wait and walk it off, and then by like the third day I was really bad shape, and I'm here alone, and I had to like walk and find a pharmacy, and I could barely like drag myself, and I was totally pale and green, and I got some Imodium and nursed myself back to health. I bought some oranges and some Imodium, and I was like just like getting the vitamin C. Yeah, it's about connections. All right, I'm gonna end it here, and then I'm heading over to the Lola Music Bar, Lola Music Lounge for the open mic. And I'll probably do a members only live stream because I haven't done one today. So that's what you're gonna miss if you don't become a member. And if you become a member, there's already like 10 videos there. I've been doing it for like a week now or so. Yeah, good talking to you, Dave. I hope you subscribe. Like my videos. I have playlists too. I've been making videos for 2.5 years. So if you want to see stuff on Siem Reap or Battambang or Koh Rong Island or Sihanouk, like all the places. So go take a look at the playlists and see all the stuff I've done. It's pretty awesome. All right. Remember, how you spend your days is the way you spend your life. It's never too late to start tripping out.